Let's look at the example of vertical stretch and shrink. We have g of x is equal to 2 times square root of x. The parent function is square root of x. In the function of g of x, square root of x is multiplied by 2. So we need to double each y value of square root of x. At the point 1, 1, the y value 1 becomes 2. And at the point 4, 2, the y value 2 becomes 4, and so on. We get the function of g of x is equal to 2 times square root of x. In terms of f of x, g of x is equal to 2 times f of x. The factor of positive 2 stretched the parent function vertically by a factor of 2. Now, let's look at the function of g of x is equal to 1/2 times square root of x. The parent function is the same. Here, square root of x is multiplied by 1/2. So each y value of square root of x is reduced by a factor of 1/2. At the point 1, 1, the y value 1 becomes 1/2. At the point 4, 2, the y value 2 becomes 1, and so on. We obtain the function of g of x is equal to 1/2 times square root of x. G of x is equal to 1/2 times f of x. So the factor of 1/2 shrunk the parent function vertically by a factor of 1/2. Now let's look at the example of horizontal stretch and shrink. We have the graph of y is equal to f of x. Based on this function, we want to graph y is equal to f of 2x. Because x is multiplied by 2, you might expect to increase each x value by a factor of 2. However, we need to multiply each x value by 1/2. At the point -4, -2, the x value -4 becomes -2. At the point -2, 4, the x value -2 becomes -1. At the point 2, -2, the x value 2 becomes 1. We get the graph of y is equal to f of 2x. The factor of 2 in front of x shrunk the parent function horizontally by a factor of 1/2. Let's graph y is equal to f of 1/2x. So x is multiplied by 1/2. So in this case, we need to multiply each x value by a factor of 2. X is equal to -4, becomes negative 8. X is equal to negative 2 becomes negative 4. And x is equal to 2 becomes 4. We get the graph of y is equal to f of 1 over 2x. The factor 1 over 2 stretched the parent function horizontally by a factor of 2.